will be activating the Emergency Operations Command beginning on Sunday when the first batch of major snowfall is expected to hit. As always, addressing these storms is an all-hands-on-deck effort for city government, which is why you see so many agencies represented here today. We have with us OEM, DOT, Fire, Police, Rec and Parks, DPW, the Health Department, Homeless Services, the City Administrator, obviously, and the Department of General Services, as we are making this an all-around effort to make sure that city government is prepared. And before I turn it over to Director Henderson, a few important reminders for our residents. First, take the necessary precautions for yourselves and your families. Do whatever you can do to stay off the roads once the snow gets started. Shovel and salt the areas outside of your homes and your business if you own one. Do not park in emergency snow zones, and check on your neighbors, particularly your elderly or sick neighbors and family members. The City Health Department will be declaring a code blue extreme code declaration starting tomorrow through Tuesday, January the 7th. This of course activates our warming centers, and city-funded shelters will shelter in place. Homeless Services will have outreach workers will be engaging individuals who are experiencing homelessness to make sure they have a place to go and connect them with services as needed. Overall, as always, we're pulling out all the stops to be prepared for the potential storm. Every office and agency is on standby and ready to do their part. I want the residents to know that we will move, adjust, and adapt as needed to address whatever this storm throws at us. But we also want folks to understand that everyone's going to have to be patient. Again, please, especially when the snow is at its heaviest, don't drive. That interferes with the great work of our workers who are out there trying to remove the snow and make it safe for everyone else. And be sure, again, to check on your family members, especially the elderly or those who may be ill. With that, I will turn it over to Director Henderson to talk about the forecast we're expecting, and then to the interim director of DOT to talk about our deployment before we go into questions. Thank you very much. Mr. Director.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So currently, National Weather Service is predicting upwards of 1 to 4 inches starting Sunday night, going into early Monday morning. However, their prediction models will change later on today, so we could be expecting more snow on top of that 1 to 4 inches that we're predicting to get. We could get upwards of 10 inches of snow. I know we have not had a lot of snow in the past few years, so we're just asking all of our residents, please take this storm seriously. As the mayor stated, if you don't need to go out, stay off the roads. Allow our crews to do their work to get our roads open so we can continue business on Tuesday. Again, please check on your elderly population. If you know someone that has trouble removing snow, please check on them. If you need to get information, please sign up for Be More Alert if you haven't already done so. And you can text Be More Alert to 888-777, and you can get any emergency notifications that the city pushes out. But once again, stay off the roads. Allow us to do our jobs. You know, this storm could change, you know, and as the mayor stated, we are hoping that it does. But if not, the city is prepared. The city has been coordinating all week to get ready for this storm, and I believe the Department of Transportation, along with all of our other agencies, are ready for whatever comes our way. So thank you.
Good afternoon. I am Viobia Kilo, Interim Director for the Baltimore City Department of Transportation. Baltimore City DOT, we have been preparing for today's storm, and we are ready for the winter weather. We have pre-treated our roadways with brine, focusing on our main gateways, bridges, ramps, and overpasses, and that began yesterday around 8 p.m. The city's snow team will be activated today at noon with internal forces from the DOT, including DPW, DGS, Rex and Park, to monitor weather and, of course, our roadway conditions and to treat city streets throughout the storm. In anticipation of freezing rain this evening, we encourage drivers to, of course, turn your lights on, take it slow, and allow pedestrians more time to cross intersections. Plan ahead and allow extra time to arrive at your destination, and give extra space and consideration to cyclists and others who may be facing sleet in the roadway. With temperatures expected to significantly fall this evening, we are encouraging roadways to ensure that they are treated and to prevent freezing overnight, which can lead to icy conditions. In preparation for the second storm forecasted for this Sunday evening into Monday, DOT will begin pre-treating streets with brine on Saturday, starting at noon, focusing again on our city gateways, our ramps, bridges, and overpasses. We have full activation of crews, including our internal and contractual resources. We have approximately 250 pieces of city equipment at ready and over 400 pieces of equipment for our external resources. Our snow crews will work throughout the storm to monitor the roads ahead and weather conditions. Since accumulating snow is predicted for Monday, we will likely be conducting snow plowing operations as needed, in addition to treating city roadways with salt. As the weekend progresses, we will be messaging to the public throughout social media, and additional weather information can be found at snow.baltimorecity.gov. Winter weather can be very unpredictable, and conditions can change quickly, so we encourage residents to stay tuned for safety advice and local media outlets for updated information. And of course, to utilize 311 for any roadway conditions that need to be addressed. Thank you.
Thank you, Director. And before we take questions, one last thing, go Ravens.
Mr. Mayor, this is semi-related. Got a cold snap coming, obviously, after the snowstorm. PGE is about I think in December, they did raise the rates. Rates are going up like 13% for electric, 17% for gas. We're hearing a lot of people that are upset, can afford their bill. Is there anything the cities do for heating assistance in the cold weather?
Yeah, we have those programs. They're pretty standard. Our energy assistance programs are there. I know we know the state has them as well. We will continue them, especially during this time.
And then, I guess for the fire department, more people using heat, are we at increased risk for fire, house fires right now, or?
Yeah, absolutely.
Come on, Chief.
Yeah, absolutely. The fire service tends to see a spike during the winter months for secondary heating sources. So we have been proactive through our public information office to get out those tips to make sure that you're using safe heating methods. A couple things that we put out recently was remember that kerosene heaters are prohibited. If you're using electric heaters, that they're kept away from combustibles up to 3 feet. Never use your stove as a heating source. And finally, smoke detectors save lives, so we want to make sure that every resident knows that smoke detectors are available to you through the 311 app and also by calling 311. So we're encouraging those types of tips that are going through our public information office.
And then the only thing that I would add to that is that every household should have a fire safety plan, and you should be discussing that, especially in these months.
Other questions?
All right, thank you, everybody.